Previously on Survivor. The merge arrived, and with it, the first ever Camp Roysan silent auction, where one camper received a secret advantage. When the new tribe made it back to camp, Tremearne, JJ, and Carl were the campers on the chopping block. The immunity challenge had the campers thinking outside the box, and when John was able to interpret the correct phrase, he was granted the power to give out a second immunity.
Give it to Erica.
The strategy at camp was focusing in on JJ and Tremearne as the target, with Carl, John, and Erica as the potential swing votes. After an early suggestion to vote for Kate by Erica and Sam, Kate's name came up again as a safe option in case of an idol. This aligned the interests of the original co-host members with Erica and Sam, resulting in Kate going home and Tremearne and Andrew being left out. 9 campers remain, who will be voted out tonight.
I'm not in a good position. I'm pretty classically bad position. I think the only person I know I have is Andrew.
Sam and Erica, I don't think ever had any intention to be with us.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I think Erica
But
gave me a
at the end
look
of the
afterwards
day,
that was just majority rules.
It's hard being in this situation because it's obviously my read on the game has been a little wrong. So it's now I just have to reevaluate. I have to kind of get rid of what I was thinking and start from scratch a little bit, just in terms of my MO.
I floated Kate, and Andrew and Kate was the one that people latched onto.
yeah, I don't think people are going to vote out Andrew for a while.
I think people wanted to sit next to him at the end.
We just couldn't tell you that we were voting for Kate because we knew you wouldn't do it, and you would tip her off.
I mean, if that was the way I had to vote, though, I could have.
We didn't know if we could trust that you weren't going to tell her because she saved you with an
I
idol.
know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I do get it.
basically Carl, JJ, or Tremearne, because they're the 3 biggest threats. If we can get Carl or JJ out, then it's even Koha's, original Koha's Sun Cook. We have majority as middle packers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Legit, but we're not.
But in a way,
It's do
Play
we
that
take
card.
out
I mean, I would
do we
take out the
take out-
physical threats first.
That's what I was gonna say. Do we take out Lisa first, or do we take out
Well, I mean,
JJ, Tremearne?
JD and
Carl.
Tremearne have to go sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Maybe I can swing Andrew that way. People are keeping around because I sit next to him, and that's your seat potentially. You know what I mean? So maybe I can swing it that way. Maybe. I mean, it's not yeah.
Andrew was kind of chewing me out earlier.
How am I supposed to trust
How
what
many
comes out of
people-
my mouth
how many
from that
votes were
point
for
forward?
okay.
Because I don't know what you're
That was
thinking
Andrew.
anymore.
Okay, Kate.
You don't know what I'm thinking?
Tremearne.
Now I really don't know.
Yeah.
No, dude, when I say I was being
So
honest,
I
of course I was
fucking told
being
them I was
honest.
doing-
But we had to be about that.
They're
Like,
gonna
that was
come
fucking
after
perfect plan.
me.
But yeah, you'd rather not give me a name than go from one tree to the other.
You know.
I wasn't going
I
from one
think
to the other, dude.
They don't. It's not like they want.
And-
It's not like they want.
But yes, but from
It's
my
really
perspective,
But
I
I
can
know,
only
but
give
it's
you
fucking
what I see,
straight up like
and that's what it looks like.
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Tremearne.
If I
I
got to walk away.
Here's the deal.
I get that.
I can trust you
when
with
I
this
say that I was
information.
being honest, what I meant was
Yeah,
when you guys
so-
were talking about takes on people, yeah, you guys said JJ's and I understood why you did.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, so I wasn't fucking around being
Little bit.
JJ, oh no.
I'm just eavesdropping now on their conversation.
He's in such a fucking bad mood about it now. He's
Whatever.
he's acting like a little bit of a poor sport.
Putting a lot of trust in JJ at this point. There's a lot of stories to keep straight. We've got the real plan, the fake plan for this person. We've got the alliance of five co-host people.
These alliances definitely trusted at the beginning. Now I'm at a place where I actually trust these people so fucking much.
Eric and Sam, I'm trying to play out they're not as close with Dan, angle, moving forward. Kind of read the
vibe on whether or not the 4-person alliance or 5-person alliance is what we need.
We're kind of fucking doing this.
Dude,
are
we're
you?
fucking
Are
doing
you?
this.
Are you? Like, I kind of can't believe that we're doing this, but we're doing this.
Dude, we're fucking in this.
We are fucking doing this, and we're kind of like pushing it right now.
Yes. What?
What is it?
We got mail.
Whoa!
Yeah. Good afternoon, campers. If your last challenge was all about breaking with tradition, your next challenge is all about tradition. Report to the base of Tribal Council for your next challenge.
Is there a picture on it?
Oh shit, torches.
I bet you it's the brick stacking. That's like, they do that every year, right?
I truly believe I am more athletic than everybody else here. I just need the right advantage to exhibit that.
All right, first things first.
Yep.
Once again, immunity is back up for grabs, and so is the right to give it out.
Shit, okay.
So for today's challenge, I'll be quizzing you on some knowledge that you've learned during your time here. Each one of those correct answers earns you 1 shot on the slingshot.
Oh, okay.
The way to win immunity is to have the closest to the bullseye with the slingshot. Whoever's closest to the bullseye wins immunity. That's simple.
Okay.
How many questions are they?
3 questions, so max 3 shots. First question. What was the title that was given to the winner of Merrimack Madness? What was the title that the winner of Merrimack Madness was given? Ready? Everyone reveal. 4, King of Camp. Trey's the only one to get it right.
What was it?
King of Camp. One camper was left to be crowned King of Camp. Which tree male had the opposite tribe's color in the upper right-hand corner? Every tree male was labeled and colored for your tribe, except for one, and it was swapped. Which tree male was that? Ready, reveal. Right answer is the 3rd challenge, so Carl, Dan, Andrew. What did the first challenge's puzzle spell out? What did the first challenge's puzzle spell out? Reveal. All right, everyone's right except for Lisa. We'll draw spots and move on to the slingshot. Louisa has 0 shots. Carl, Dan, Tremearne, and Andrew have 2. Everyone else with 1. Tremearne shooting first. Erica leading. Off the board, Erica still in first place. Erica still leading.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right off the edge. Definitely leading so far. Ah, Dan just tied. Andrew still leading. We're in the second shots now. Andrew still in the lead. This is Carl's last shot.
Oh, there we go.
Let's go! Carl leading. Andrew's final shot. Off the board. Just like that. Carl. Congratulations, Carl. Stay here. Who will you be giving the second immunity?
Oh, man. I'm going to give it to JJ.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Coach.
These two are safe. The 7 with you. One of you, this is where you're trained. Grab your stuff. Protect your camp.
It would have been really nice to win this one. I feel like a lot of people move when there's one person left on the bottom, but there are 2 people left, so they can split the vote and still feel like they're doing something, which I think is almost certainly what they're gonna do.
The concern is if one of them has a minor,
Yep.
which they're both looking, they could be putting on.
I heard the 2 of them whisper to each other. They've got 2 votes, and he was like, and we could find
Also,
an
we
idol.
haven't heard anything about the secret family.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's true.
Did anyone
Literally forgot about that.
So let's assume it's a clue for an idol and they have one. You know what I mean?
We have 7 strong.
Yep.
And that's just so we're all on the same page. I decided to give it to JJ because his was the name coming up yesterday too.
Yeah.
I felt like if I gave it to JJ, then there's just like that reduces the chance of
Yeah.
craziness or anything happening.
I feel like we should do majority of 4 votes for Trey because he's like a good threat.
Yeah.
Room for
Andrew.
yeah.
Is that good? Is that good with everybody? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We go the 4 guys, Trey,
Yeah.
and then the 3 girls, Andrew.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine with that too because the girls both do like Trey.
Carl won, and then he gave the immunity to JJ, which that kind of like closed the door on the potential option of voting out JJ or Carl.
Those 7 that we had vote out Kate together.
Just keep that continue
7.
going.
Yeah.
I know, because they're like on, but
Andrew will never work with us because I think that's the 3 he feels betrayed by.
now it's getting a little bit like heavy on the original co-host, and that makes me nervous. But I think we're okay. I'm nervous.
I also think.
I think we're all pretty
Yeah. After this, because this is like the obvious next choice, once this is over, then it's gonna be like a fucking free-for-all.
Then it's gonna be a free for all, bit of a free for all, but it'll be a fun free for all with friends.
I can't believe I made it this far, honestly.
I'm-
Cannot believe.
I'm so stoked for you, dude.
Talking about the hidden advantage or the secret advantage. So that's concerning because we don't know who got it and what it actually is. Like we have no context around that. So I think that that's like a little bit, it's up in the air and also causing stress for people because we don't know.
What we're the same down there.
Like we don't have leverage. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try and find somebody to adopt us. You know?
That's fair.
You know, and
That's
I think
fair.
I would love to be adopted by you.
You would love to be adopted by anybody right now.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
You're the one person talking to him, so
Yeah.
right now it's you.
this is the first person to visit the kennel. Is what's going on right now.
We know it's us. We know that the 7 of you are gonna like make your plan and it's gonna be us. And they were like, "Are you guys gonna split the vote?" And I was like, "We haven't even talked about that yet. Like, I have no idea."
Okay.
I'm guessing you're splitting the votes between Trey and me.
That's what people are saying.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
stupid.
No.
He straight up just said to me, he was like, "You guys are gonna vote for us. You guys are gonna split the vote."
It's exactly.
And I was like,
yeah.
"Okay, sorry,
exactly
bro.
the same conversation.
I do not know what to say to you."
I know.
And as far as I'm concerned, unless something drastically changed, the votes are being split between myself and Trey. So I wouldn't call that much going for me.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I don't know what to tell you.
Like I felt bad, but
Well, it's just like also the easiest and cleanest vote right now.
People look in the tubes. They don't look in between the tubes. Congratulations, Future Explorer. If you are reading this, you have an edge for an eye for the inconspicuous. I'm writing from August 1972. Oh my god, this is not even related. I am a current camper competing in Merrimack Madness, and I've made it quite far, mostly by hiding advantages throughout camp and playing them at the right time. I've decided to hide one last advantage for a future camper, and you have been found in clue 1. In clue 2 with a small shovel and put in the shed next to the water. It's alright, you know what? If I die, I die. I did tell Andrew I had an idol.
What? You've really been holding out on me. You find it?
Something.
You found something. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Found it. Now that you have this, you can dig up the advantage. Take the stairs down to the river, and stop on the final step. Look to the right and dig directly next to the step. Okay. I'm gonna go back.
Trey's looking. Yeah. That's fine. Like, okay.
Without me, you have safety next week.
Would you?
Don't save me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, I respect you, man.
I can save you by swinging the extra vote to be 4-3. So I'm letting you know that I'm going to do that because you want to work with me.
Okay, so that's what's funny. If you look like Frank Zappa also just looks like Jim Croce.
Welcome back to Tribal Council. JJ, the last Tribal Council went 7 votes one way, 3 votes the other way, with one of those 3 being gone. Is today's Tribal Council as simple as the 2 extra people are on the outs and it's time for them to leave?
It's quite the direct question, but yeah, I mean, we're not trying to mess around too much. I think the 7 that worked out Kate, I think we're trying to stick together, and then, you know, at a later phase in the game, we can decide who goes next. But for now, you know,
Do you know who the odd people out were?
Who the odd people out were on the last vote?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. You know it.
It's Trey and Andrew. These guys right here.
Trey and Andrew, how does that make you approach this round of?
You know, it's been interesting. You don't have a ton of time. Probably had maybe a shade under an hour. And with that amount of time, you really have like, you can either go down the idol hunting route, or you can go down the like, negotiating route. I just think, you know, it would be pretty silly to not do a split vote here, so I went just all in on the idol hunting route and didn't really get the chance to talk to too many people other than a couple stragglers here or there. The idol hunting route was very fruitful. I met a family of mice. I met a dragonfly. I got very wet up into my waist, and kind of did that just until we had to come to travel. So that's kind of my day.
Andrew, did you pick the same path, or did you go the?
Yeah, no, I picked the same path. I mean, there's not really much you can do when you have 0 leverage and 7, I guess, solid people. And I mean, what was the point? I've been lied to the past like 2 weeks by everyone I talked to outside of the 2 people I trust. Like, yeah, I could rally, but there's no point. It's just going to be more fed, more lies.
Well, if it is the split vote route, Carl, that can go a lot of awry very easily. How did you make sure that it won't go awry?
I don't know that I did anything to make sure it won't go awry. Yeah, I thought it was a solid plan, and hopefully it doesn't get messed up. Which, yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. There wasn't too much time for it to be confusing, I guess. So.
Great. Well, it is that cut and dry. Carl, you're up first.
gotta do the split vote and gotta vote for Andrew because the boys supposedly are voting for Tremearne.
Show me out for this, you salty motherfucker.
Bling bling, motherfucker.
Do I supposed to vote for? Which one?
I don't even know. It doesn't really matter.
If something wacky happens, votes for Lou.
I'll go tally the votes.
Oh.
Anybody has a hidden immunity idol and like to play it? Now would be the time to do so.
That's whack.
That's wacky.
So fruitful. Alright.
This is the hidden immunity idol. All votes are Trey or T-Bone will not count. Once the votes are read, who's final, that person will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. First vote. T-Bone does not count. Trey does not count. Trey does not count. Lou, one vote for Lisa. Andrew, one for Lisa, one Andrew. Andrew, it's two Andrew, one Louisa. Andrew, that's three Andrew, one Louisa. The 8th person voted out as survivor, Merrimack has it. Andrew. Came in saying there's 2 on the outs, 1 played an idle, the other one just got voted out. So let's see what happens at the next tribal council. Back and torches. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.
I'm pulling for Trey. Trey all the way. I mean, he's the only person in the game who has kind of been straight up and honest with people. I mean, outside of Kate, but everyone else just lied for the past 4 hours, and I was kind of done with it. And I'm glad that it is over and I get to relax and not deal with all the stress that comes with having to scheme your way into the final 3.
Next time on Survivor. As the second day starts to wind down, the campers plan for the end game, leaving the door open for campers at the bottom to make a move.